So apparently the ice monkey can now be placed on the water without any upgrades or any other type of support. You just plop him down and now you have a tower. Now you still have to get it to the 3rd tier to be able to place other land towers on the water. But I'm sure you could imagine that this is game breaking and can change some of these water maps forever. Like, I think Flooded Valley is going to be way less than an expert map at this point. Now, for me personally, Flooded Valley has been one of the maps that just make me so mad. There's always some issue that pops up. Like, you're used to the same strategy. It works over and over and over, and then it doesn't work, right? Or you'll try out this great boat strategy and then the planes will go the wrong way. And it's a very stressful map. And over the years, I've only beaten it a handful of times on chimps. But with this, I think you should all jump on this now if you have not black bordered or black metaled Flooded Valley and take advantages, because I don't think they're going to let this sit just like this forever, because this really does change things. Like in the past, what I do is I go straight for my hero. And in this case, I'm going to use Obyn because he can see through the track. Now we're going for a black border. It might not happen because we're trying out some new things I've never done before here. But if we can, we will. And if not, we'll make it happen afterwards. But I like using Obyn for this because he can get through the first camo with his bramble on 24. And then if you place him down as quickly as I did, he'll be high enough level to have his brambles be able to pop all of 33 if you don't have a good sustainable camo popper just yet. Now, what I've always done is, regardless of the hero, is I'll go 2 subs, a hero, and then this boat. And then I build it up, and then I try to have to get to the 5th tier boat, because to place any land towers down, that's going to be your best bet, to get a 5th tier boat, and then an Arctic Wind Ice, and then a village, and then the tower. And it ends up being this huge, expensive mess that now we no longer need. Plus, if we go like 2-3-0, yes, it's going to be a smaller radius and smaller towers will fit, but we will have the ability to slow down MOABs with that ability. Or if we go up to the ability... Where did I go? Just like, I thought I exited out of the game. Okay, so if we go up to this ability, the 4th tier, we will then be able to slow down MOABs, which is really cool. Now, will this work? Will this change everything? Yes, I think it might. I think it actually might change everything, because I don't like buying a bunch of things in chimps to do something. And I feel like buying a top path boat, yes, it's good, yes, it's decent, but I feel like buying a top path boat and then buying the ice and then buying everything around, it's kind of crazy. So now what we can do is not have to go all the way to the top path boat like 5th tier to beat round 63. We can just get it up to, let's even just try just the destroyer, and then we can save our 8,000 and our... Why did you lose on that one though? You never lose on that one. So this is what I'm saying about Flooded Valley. I've never had a problem on round 23, and then all of a sudden I have a problem on round 23. Flooded Valley is so awful. But what we're doing here is we're going to be getting like a rough start, like what we think will work, and then we're going to build upon it and make it better and better. Oh, but real quick, before we get too far, and don't forget to use creator support code Dabloon in the Ninja Kiwi store, because it helps out the channel at no extra cost to you every time you purchase something from the store. And right now you can unlock the Desperado super quick and easy, or Rogue Legends, I believe, is on sale. But I already have it and it's awesome. You should give it a try. But now basically I wasn't really around for the update. I did my early access video, and then I was able to pop out one for the new map, and I had a lot of fun with that. But I didn't really get to have time to look up all the balance changes and go through it all like I normally do. And I just keep seeing video after video of crazy things. Like now you can buff paragons. Can I do this? Can I do this? Now you can buff paragons. That doesn't happen either. Oh, because I can already upgrade. I was like, why am I having problems? I'm yapping too much because I'm really excited about this. If this works, guys, this is game changing. I'm telling you. But basically, there's new way to buff paragons with the overclock ability of the master builder, which is insane. And then I also saw the ice one, and basically I'm seeing this all from other people's videos. Like I saw that the middle path Desperado is like a beast. Like I was having a lot of luck with it, and it was my favorite one, I believe, besides this one. But then people are just like, no, like it destroys the game. So I'm having a lot of fun with this. And then so I stumbled across an Ethan Reed video where he's like, no, dude, the ice can now be placed on water. And how did I miss that in the update notes? I don't know, but I did. And I'm bummed about it because that is super cool. And I'm really excited about it. So now if you have this one, brambles can pop 100 balloons, takes care of all of 33. So if you didn't know that, you can do it. And I believe because we're on an expert map, he levels up quicker. So that might not work on a beginner map unless you get it like right away, but you should be able to get it right away if it's a beginner map. You know what I mean? So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going Bloontonium Reactor down to Airburst starts. That's what it's called, right? I believe so. And the reason why is this is what I do normally. So that'll handle all my camo. This will handle all my lead. Obyn's tree will handle everything once we get it, and we get it like right away. And then this is just a solid team, and it'll even take down the MOAB if you're lucky enough. And by lucky, I mean we're gonna unsubmerge it, then submerge it. So it's not like a simple drag and drop strategy that you see with, you know, some of the other stuff I like to do. But it is an expert map and it is flooded valley. But here's where it's going to be different. From this point on, I would just go for aircraft carrier. And then I would go for the top path and I'd fight through the MOABs and hope the timing works out with Obyn's brambles and the trees. And it's always a hit or miss because this game stresses me out. But now you can just plop the ice down and start building up a team right there, like right here-ish. That's going to be like kind of a bad spot, I'm not going to lie. But this is all a test. Like I'm not actually sure. So we're going to see here. And we're going to go this one too so we can see, well, he doesn't need to see camo, but it doesn't hurt to like permafrost it and see camo. So now for this one, like I said, we're going to have to do this. Let's do this. Okay, we're going to go like this. Let him pop it that way. And then right at the last second, we have to bramble too. And as soon as it opens up, we'll pop this out and we should be good. Oh, we were more than good. That was beautiful. Now we got Arctic Wind. Okay, now we can't really place much there, but we can place some there, you know? And so what I'm thinking is just go with this guy. Like, I think this will be the answer. Because if we can get up to a top path, we're pretty much free to do whatever we want if we can get the full-on 5th tier, right? Because then we can probably go with Thunder and Lightning Man over here. Plus, we'll already have primary, so a primary training village would be awesome. And now we just have this beast of a team. So this should be okay, but I need to see if it can take out MOABs because we have to get to $35,000 with what we have here. I'm not exactly sure. So what I'm also thinking is we might have to go to aircraft carrier. But basically what's happening on Flooded Valley is I always go aircraft destroyer. What's it called? Carrier flagship. And I hate doing that because it's kind of hard sometimes. It costs too much money. And I just don't really like the boat plane as much as I should because I just don't like how random it is. So if I can avoid it, that's awesome. Now, Glaivelord, and then like bottom path Mermonkeys is a beautiful squad, right? But I really think the Thunder and Lightning guy, Justice of Gold, will do pretty well. Like the Sheriff of Bloons Town, right? It might work. But again, we just have to see how these first MOABs go. Do you think they'll work? I don't think so. This range is so bad. Look at this. It's terrible. I think it's like a base Mermonkey range. Oh, that's even bigger. Who has also, it's a sniper range. Look at, he has a sniper range. That's absolutely crazy. It looks a little less, to be honest. Are you serious? That's actually funny. Oh my gosh, look at his range. If only we could place him on water. Oh, but here we go. Oh, not yet. Be patient, guys. Now, another thing I do too is I also get a second. We're not gonna be able to hit this, huh? But probably able to barely take it out. Oof. Yeah, that was ugly. That was very ugly. Okay, so with that said, how can we get past this a little better? We could go middle path, like Deadeye, and see if that helps. Like if that's enough to take down snipers, or if that's enough to take down MOABs, we're in a good spot. Let's see. Okay, that works. And that really wasn't too much money. And his range is ridiculous. And then I could also like do this, I guess, to make his range sillier. Okay, I like it. Let's just do it. And he sees camo, so we can like one-shot these ceramics and stuff, which is pretty cool. So now we just need $22,000. Now, I did test this on Sandbox on Monkey Meadow, and unfortunately, the 5th tier of this one and the 5th tier of that one cannot take down 98. But that's just 2 towers. You know, I was just checking like my little basics. That's what I do. If you guys have never seen those videos I used to make called like how to build a perfect strategy or whatever I called it, that's what I like to do is go into Sandbox, see if what I like will even work. And that's on hard mode, like hard Sandbox with monkey knowledge. So if it won't work there, you're going to have trouble here. But again, that was just 2 towers. So if we have this ice one there and this one doing damage and this one doing some stuff, it might be a little bit different story. Plus also I could just throw like a glue down or get this one to like permafrost. How do I not know these names? Absolute zero. There we go. But I'm honestly worried. I don't think we're going to be able to make it all the way to Glaivelord. It's just not going to happen. Because it's all dependent on, well, no, none of this is really random. We don't have boat planes or nothing like that. But, oh, I should have gotten the tree immediately. That's on me, though. Because the reason I'm like feeling like that anxiety is because I like to get the tree as soon as it pops up, because then I know there's no randomness to it, because the tree can completely change your game mode. So let's say you lose on 57, but you got your tree a little bit different than on round 1. Okay, you have 3 different attempts at chimps, right? You lose on 57, you lose at 55, lose at 56. You're like, why am I losing at these 3 different rounds? Well, you got your tree at different times, so it completely changes everything, and that's what's kind of a bummer. So if you have your tree be the exact same time, so immediately when it's there and immediately when it regenerates, then you know it'll never be a problem. You can have like a baseline. You know, like, is this gonna work? Probably not. So I should have retreed before 60. Oh my goodness. And then we should also do this guy here. But see, now am I gonna remember all this for chimps mode? Like if I was going black border? Probably not. So it's a little scary. But see, look how beautiful that was. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is not working at all. So how could I keep it cheap? I don't know. I would like the Glaive Lord instead. Like, would a village be enough? Let's see. Is it enough? It kind of is. Kind of is. That wasn't too bad, but now we need $10,000. And 63 is probably a fat no with this one. Maybe with the tree. Fortified. Yep, didn't think so. Okay, so now we need Bounty Hunter. It's just never going to end. You know, we're going to constantly chase it. So we got to figure out a better way to do this. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for Boomer and gone for something else up front. Trying to think what's a better option. See, that was pretty solid right there. Tree it up for 63. 60 tree, you know what I mean? All right, see if it's enough. But now we're like halfway to the finish line now. So I need to like use this one and then target some Bloons here. It's not gonna be enough. Okay, I don't like that either. Oh man, we're chasing. How about I should have done this from the beginning, glued it up, huh? I saw it somewhere. Oh, we can do snapbacks now, huh? Cool. Okay, that's super helpful, by the way. All right, so we'll go like this. Let's see if that's enough. It's not going to be enough. All right, we got to redo this. All right, guys, bear with me here. That's why this is a long one. We can get there, though. I know it. I feel it. All right, so let's do same start. That's what we're going to have to do here. And then what else should we do in the beginning? So I'm liking Obyn. I really am. I used to use like Pat a lot, but I just don't think he's the best choice for this anymore. Just because I don't really want to like deal with those kinds of statistics of Pat randomly bumping back MOABs and then Pat not randomly bumping back MOABs. It's very stressful. Doesn't get the job done. I'm not a big fan of it. So I don't know about that. But Obyn, on the other hand, like if I remember to use this tree right away, I don't think we should have had any of those early losses. But I also don't think we should go with this one. What's a better tower that'll get us through all of this like pretty quickly? Let me think here. We could go... what would be just a good solid tower? I'm wondering if we should go 4th path boat. But then it's like, why not just go 5th path boat? Or maybe like a couple recursives. Like what if we get all the way to... But see, here's where the problem lies. Okay, the whole point is I just want to make chimps easier on this map and make it so stupid easy that everybody watching could just go through and wreck this thing, which is fine. You know, that's a good idea. But the problem having is I don't want to get too crazy with it. Like what I'm saying is, what if I go middle path all the way up to the ability? So what is that? Snowstorm. So it has more range, and then I get like 2 recursive clusters, and then I get a glue, and next thing you know, you have all this money on support to try to get through it, which then it's like, why didn't you just go for the top path boat? So I want it consistent, I want it easy, I want it practical is the big thing. You know what would be really good though? Like top path glue. I think that would be better than the boomer up front, but the boomer is going to be like our safety net. It's going to not only tear open MOABs, it's going to make sure that no Bloons can get through our defense, which is cool. But the glue, all it does is the Bloons. So you still have to have a destroyer, which would be this monkey if we could get there. Maybe we could try glue. Oh man. Wish I could like do save points though, so we can keep going back and not having problems. But now here's the thing. Was it 23 that we had the problem before? See, this is the... I'm literally getting into why I hate this map, like with a passion. So what happens is this. So I'm like, okay, I knew on 23 I had a problem. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use my bramble on 23. And then all of a sudden, 22, there's a problem. And then 24, there's a problem. You're like, what is going on? Why is it like this? I have no idea. But that's just how flooded valley, I was going to say frozen valley works. Oh, man. Okay. You know what also would have been cool is not going Light of Justice that early. Like, if we would have went glue instead, I wouldn't have spent $8,000 and I probably would have had enough. We could just do that as well. Yeah, dude, just do that. Let's do that. So we're going to do this. Go 32.95. I still like our original plan here. It's pretty solid. Because now look at this. There's no ugliness. There's no problems. Like, it's not scary at all. The MOAB's actually super easy if you just, like, you have to do a little unsubmerging, but we can work on that too. We can make this a little cleaner. Like, what if we didn't go boat start? But what else would you use besides, you'd have to get these up to like 204 and then have one in the middle of 204 and then get both of them up to the cool one. So I'm not worried about that. So far I've used 2 brambles, not a big deal. We just have to watch for level 10 so we can immediately use the tree. And I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Oh man, I'm a little nervous. I'm thinking like this could be cool too, you know, like just a bottom path tack. I'm trying to place it in. I'm like, why was it going red? A bottom path tack could be pretty awesome. Or, you know, I was thinking like plane or helicopter. Like you could do that regardless. That's kind of funny. Magician, not really. Mortar, not really. Not my cup of tea on that one. That bramble's still there from 33. That's pretty cool. All right, this is it. That's it. That's what we're looking for. Boom, we're done. There we go. Now we got a full team here that can take down a MOAB. We could also go like, what about like double discount supers? But then your supers suck at the end. Like they're not my favorite at all. Should I just go for middle path aircraft because I know it can work, and then use that to get to the top path? We could try that, honestly. Let's just see if that does anything. But then it's so random, you know? It's so random. So let's not do that. I'm going to stick with this one. So we'll go here. Oh, this is done for. I screwed that up. My bad. Okay, so we have to do the unsubmerge thing. So unsubmerge, brambles, places here, get it ready. And then unsubmerge, or submerge is the word. Then we'll go Arctic wind, permafrost, cold snap. Okay, now we got like no room to do anything. I love it. And what did I say? We'll go. What did I even say? Megalodon would be sick. Could that work? Like Megalodon. You could put a bunch of them right there, huh? No, that would be gross. What was I doing? Glue would be cool. What if we went like top path glue? Is that stupid? Yeah, because what's going to take down the MOABs? Okay, here's what we're doing. We're doing it. Oh, this might be a bad idea. Might be a terrible idea. Just MOAB glue for now. And then top path. Oh, I need to make sure I'm watching Ben too. He's almost level 10. And if I don't screw that one up, we'll be okay. I think it's 52 is when I get it. I've tried using Obyn as my guy for a while for Flooded Valley, and I just always have some silly problems. So I think this will be pretty cool to test out and make sure it works. But if I can slow down this side, we can attack this side head on. But what have I changed? All I'm doing for attack that's different is Obyn's a little stronger, and then this guy's here to clean up. So I've added really 0 attack for the MOAB itself, and we didn't do that well with this guy to begin with. We had to submerge this one. So I'm not really expecting too much, but if I can get through the 50s, I know we'll have enough for the big dog. Okay, almost there, buddy. Almost there. And as soon as it pops up, we're going for it. See, like, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. And I'm thinking like we could wait for it to regenerate for the tree. Like I'm gonna hit it right now. Like I'm hitting that ability like crazy. So we could wait for the ability to regenerate, or we can just wait for it to go away and use it again, because then you know for sure that it's, well, it's not the same every time. You just don't know. But he is eating all that stuff. That's pretty cool. See, now we got nothing. See, that was pretty close. I could see that being a problem. And then as soon as it goes away, we'll come back. So now we're halfway there to this one. I think we'll have to chase. We'll probably have to get Relentless on this one, and then Glue Splatter. Probably the safest bet. There it is. There it is. Okay. So let's try this one then. We're not going to have enough for it by 63. So we're going to end up getting like a bomb shooter anyway. Alright, so that didn't work. So let's try Relentless. Okay, that didn't work. So let's try this one in Relentless. That's exactly what I was expecting. That sucks. Now there's no chance by 63. What about, I'm trying to think, maybe I'm going wrong with Obyn, or maybe I should just do what I do anyway and just use the stupid, use the aircraft carrier, and then it would have been fine. I don't even need a glue, because he right now would have taken this out by like right here, and then we would just use the Obyn stuff to like clean it up. So now we probably won't have it, probably won't have enough, and I'll have to, okay, see that was a timing that probably will not happen that way again. So that's kind of ugly. I'm not a big fan of that. That outcome sucked. And we still have 63. We need 10 grand more. All right. How about, yeah, that's it. That's the game. Okay. I could go village. Nope, still sucks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, how about this then? What if we go like this ugly boy? We're almost there. We could do the 18,000 one. Would that work? Like, is this one cooler than Lightning Thunder? Golden Thunder? Dude, he does tear stuff down though. And then if this can break this down, like he might be able to get it. No, that still sucks. Lightning and Thunder. Let's do it again. One more time. One more time. I already have Relentless Glue. I wouldn't have needed that if I got... What if this guy was the answer and then I can go to Thunder Lightning? Lightning Thunder Man. Oh my gosh. What if that was it? What if we just go straight top path? Destroy everything. Clean it up. Like no Relentless Glue, you know? And then we would have already had the 18,000. Okay, let's try that. I don't know if I want to like gamble on that. That's a long ways to wait to see if this sucks or not. So, but it's the best option to be completely honest. Or like I said, aircraft carrier would be just fine, you know? Like totally fine. $700. There we go. And I do plan to resume my Black Border series for those of you who keep up with that or fall asleep to that one as well. But I've been locked out of the account, guys. It's been a bummer. So one of these days we'll do it. We'll do the new map. We'll do some other maps. Because I feel like we only have a few dozen left or so, like the harder maps. But yeah, I can't get into that account right now. It's on Epic Games and it's broken. Epic is. So I'm going to get I'm trying to get like the super code from Ninja Kiwi to link it and then just use that on my Steam account instead, because like they're all interchangeable, you know, and then I'll use that on Steam, and then it just makes it harder to like get back and forth between all my accounts because I just had Epic sitting there. But eventually we'll get back to it, guys, because I know a lot of you ask about that, and I do apologize. And it's also because it's hard because I suck too, because there's like a lot to do in those harder maps. But it's also because I just can't do it right now either too. All right, so we're gonna go boat like we did, because I think we got this down. But I swear to you, I'm telling you. So in my head right now on 23, I'm gonna put down brambles, but I assure you that we might lose on 25 or 22. That is how this game rolls, and it's very, very, very upsetting, I tell you. Or you might lose on 19. 22 is where we should lose. That's the hard round, so I'm not sure why that's happening. All right, so I still want to do it though. Dude, I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad idea, but I still want to go with just the top path. I want to make it sure it's like an always a win, you know? But then crits aren't always a win. Crits are random, so that's kind of scary as well. See the 22, are we good? 23, brambles. There we go. And we did it, guys. We did it. But okay, now what if I use brambles on 23 and it's not there for 24 and then we lose that way? That's always a possibility too. That's kind of sketch. Oh my goodness. All right, we're almost there though. Don't worry about it. All right, now I'm not gonna use brambles for anything else. All right, but can't we also get, I didn't think of that. If we have the middle path harbinger of light, can't we also, oh, we make everybody more accurate. Dude, I screwed up again. I wanted this to be the run. I was sitting there trying to think of other things. We could make him super accurate, so all these just shoot straight down the track, and then we get all the grape shots hitting everything. That would be pretty sick, to be completely honest. That might be awesome. All right, so now it's this one into ice, into boomer, into top path, no glue. Now if we can make that work, that's actually solid. I think that's the plan, because then boomer can clean up everything and we get 5th tier on him first. And would that handle 63? Oh, shoot, dude. I'm just losing my mind trying to think here. That would handle everything, which would be sick. All right. That's the plan, guys. I didn't want to use Firelight Guy or whatever it's called, Blazing Sun, because it's not good. It's really not. Like, it's phenomenal at knocking out ceramics, but you can't target ceramics. And so if you put it on, I guess if you put it on strong, but it's going to go after all the, well, that's fine, I guess. Go after all the MOAB class first. But isn't its damage boost only on the, like the ceramics, not the MOAB class, right? I think. Let's see. It doesn't even tell you. It just says go for it. Just figure it out on your own, it says. I don't care. I'm desperado, you know? So let's see. Now for this one here, 45. So far, I believe, let me know below if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is a very easy strategy to follow, and all of you guys can do this, right? We just got to work out the bugs in the middle. Even the end's not going to be too bad once we get everybody going, I feel like. But it's just, yeah, like I said, the bugs in the middle, because as soon as we get to MOABs, it gets a little hectic. So we'll drop you here, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And then we might have enough for Arctic Wind, but I really don't care, I guess. I wonder if I could like leave this up for 39 so I don't have to stress about like forgetting about it. Yeah, so brambles. And then as soon as we can, we drop it down. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Good job, team. Good job, guys. All right, now 2970. There we go. Now, boomer first. So he's the best. Now, should I have the boomer back here so he can like clean up everything, or he should be like mostly there, huh? That's what I'm thinking. Mostly there. Boom, 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 boom. Because eventually he's going to be a 5th tier. I hope. Hope he does. Another cool thing would be to put this one as the bottom or a top path as well. So that's what I usually like to do. So I have camo like worldwide prestige, you know, so then it's pretty cool. But now I'm going to go with it. We're going to go with Blazing Suns, okay? Now, if it doesn't work, I'm going to be pretty bummed, but we'll give it a go. I think it should be here so he can actually clean up that guy's mess too. So like right there. I want him to be close to the boomer so they can work on each other. Go here, go there, there. But this guy's like, it's kind of ridiculous. This is $6,000 because it's not that good. So that should be jumped to like 3,500, you know, 4,000 max. 6,200 is a little ridiculous. And again, like, yeah, against ceramics, sure, amazing. But what happens is you end up getting like more stuff out than just ceramics, and he's slow and he doesn't do that well. And so now you're just like have all these little baby balloons you're breaking into, and it's just ugly. But like I said, this should be fine. And if we can get to this 5th tier and then get to this 5th tier, I think we're on a roll. Maybe. But you guys know how it goes. There's going to be like one round that's just like too much. And it's going to be like $1,000 before we get to the 5th tier. So we'll see. But this is actually pretty clean. We got this guy doing all his crits, taking everything out. This guy cleaning it up. They're very simpatico right now, and I like it. Yep, that's what we're going for. Now, can we do it on 57 when there's 2 of them? I don't know. But we'll have this guy like real soon. I'm going to use it as soon as I get it. See, that's what I was going for. That's perfect. You got to wait for it. Wait for it. Plop. See, I don't know if that's a good idea, though, because now they're just eating up all the MOABs themselves. So far, so good. Now I'm going to use the tree immediately. I feel like that's safer. It's always safer for some reason, especially since we're getting blazing sun pretty quickly here. There we go. All right. Dude, we're like so close, but so far away. Come on, man. Okay, we got it. There we go. Blazing sun. Now, see, this is where it's kind of crazy. Like, I would like to plan my tree out perfectly. So basically what the best way to do it is have your tree ready on 63, but with like barely any damage done to it. And then you use your tree again on 63. So saving it like this might be a bad idea. So let's just use it on 60 because we know that's a safe option anyway. Yeah, okay, there we go. That might work out. So like basically what I want is the first rush on 63 to get through this one. And then we use the second, like use the rest for the second and third, and we're fine. That's pretty solid if that works. But it's not going to be ready in time, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It was a bad idea. I'm going to have to buy a glue gunner. I'm going to have to buy this guy and that guy and a recursive and the whole shebang. You know how it goes. All right, so here we go. First rush, clean. Ba-boom. See, there we go. And then we use this one. I love it. That's exactly what I was going for. That's it. That's how you do it. But could we have done it naturally? Probably not. So Desperado. Jesus Christ, Desperado. You suck so bad. Could you imagine a 5th tier being this bad? A 5th tier being this bad. All right, let's grab a village then. Oh my god, that was gross. It still can't do it. Dude. All right, let's see if this made a difference. Oh my goodness. That was so easy. Alright, there we go. That's what you get. So then guess what? Guess what? You might as well go with the 5th tier to begin with. That is so goofy. Oh, I'm trying to think here. But I mean, to be fair, this is a lot easier, and I probably wouldn't go with this one. I wouldn't need to. I would just go straight for you. So I'd go 4th tier. We'd go boat, ice, boomerang, back to 4th tier for this one. I feel like that's a solid play. And then we can get 5th tier Glaive Lord, and that's just going to solve all of our problems with the 4th tier boat. And basically, that'll be just a very consistent strategy. Then we can go with the Bringer of Light for the rest of it. Because this tower is solid enough. It's just not great for the late game. But it does speed everybody up. So I don't know. But so far, I'm not too happy with the ice. Because I'm like, the whole point was supposed to eliminate all this. But that's on me too. Like, I'm not the best. So I'm coming up with some bad ideas here. Like, honestly, what if we just went with like a ninja monkey with an alchemist, you know, just do it that way. Or what if we went like a bottom path boomerang so we can just do some cool stuff with the, that's not boomerang. Why do they look so similar? All right, this one, because I was thinking about this one. So you could just go with that MOAB press into MOAB dom, and then you got some cool stuff going on. See, top path boat and the glaive are just deadly, but now can we make it the full way? You could also double ice, huh? Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, dude, you could just, and I was thinking like on his own little range, you don't have to. So when you double ice, you could make it like super cool and super easy because you just put them right perfectly out of range of each other. That's actually really awesome. All right. So should this guy be on strong since he sucks? Like, have him take out like the good stuff, I guess. I'm not sure actually. I guess we'll run it back, guys. I don't know. Nope, didn't think so. All right. So would we have enough? This one was like $30,000. So yes, we would have enough if we just had these two. All right, last time restarting, guys. I'm stressed about this right now. All right, so 350. There we go. All right. So we're not even gonna touch the Desperado. It's like you just really want to try out the new stuff, right? You're like, oh, I got these new shoes. That's gonna make me better at running. And then, no, that's a completely wrong analogy. Talking like you got a new backpack. So you're like, oh, I want to go to school so I can use my new backpack, but it's not gonna help your schoolwork at all. That's what this feels like to me. Like, I'm like, oh, I got a new Desperado. I really want to try it, but it's really not going to change anything right up front. So, but I'm like trying to force it in there. Like, I'm like, oh, that's the best tower for the early game, mid game. No, it's not. Pretty much anything else will probably be fine. So I'm thinking my middle path boat, because remember, for the millionth time, I'm just want consistency, but I'm consistently losing. So at least I'm reaching that goal pretty quickly. So I'm guessing, dude, that'd be cool too. Just getting one of these up to a 5th tier, like that's pretty sick. Because once those start rocking, it gets pretty cool. But then at the same time, they're gonna be putting them over here. No, he can't. He can only put them right here. Oh, he can only put them on the ice. And if you keep the range off of this dirt over here, then that's gonna be this deadly tower. That's one single point of awesomeness, dude. That could be a solid play. And I forgot to like buy him what I'm trying to buy here. Can't believe we didn't lose already. That was crazy. I'm like destined to get gold borders, so I thought that was pretty wild. But that's a cool idea. Go 5th tier top path NG, but getting there is going to be the hard part. So what do we use? I mean, top path boat. Yeah, right. Basically, it's just that time trying to get to the 5th tier boat is just awful. It's just not consistent. It's ugly, and it never does what I want it to do. So this will eliminate that because we can get ice and other towers early. Now it sucks we got to spend like $5 grand to get that, but at least it's not spending 20. That's why we're so short on our money, huh? That's why. It's because we're spending so much on the middle path ice. I didn't even realize that. What a dum-dum. That's the problem. So 22 usually should lose, but it's not. So we're going to leave it at that. Now 23 will bramble. Have one for 24, luckily. How did I lose on 23 before? That doesn't even make sense. Okay, here we go. I always forget to click this when we lose on 30, on 28, so that's fine. So 28, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now we're good. 540. Boom, now we're good. I wish I could eliminate this, but I need the camo. What else what else could I use for camo? So if we went ice and then immediately went with, we're trying to go top path, huh? That's stupid. I'm not going to do that. 755, boom. Brambles. Okay, how about, I'm still trying to come up with some other solutions. I think attack right here would be pretty sick though, like in this spot. That's what I usually do. After I get 5th tier boat, I go with tack on top with an alchemist over here to alch buff it. But maybe not. Maybe we don't need to do that. 24. But what is kind of nice is, let's say we just wanted like the top path Operation Dartstorm. We could leave that right here and let it do like a figure 8 thing right here. Boom, 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 boom. That'd be pretty sick, actually. There we go. Boom. Okay, so we're going to go aircraft carrier first, because I feel like that's the safest way to do this. Then I'm going to leave this up so I don't have to think about it. This is consistent. Consistently, it sucks, though, because I hate that I have to do this, to be honest. I don't want to have to do any microing. I just want to place towers and win. But we'll work on it. So we do this, brambles. Open it up. Take it out. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect every single time. That will never be a problem as long as you slow it down. All right. Now, I'm a little worried about getting aircraft carrier and see what I'm saying here? 43. Why is 43 a problem? All right, so we got to do this then. We got to do this. Got to go here. 3, 4, 5, like that. Not even on the track. I love it. So let's... I'm not looking for it to be on the track, to be completely honest. So I want that one. We want our boomer. We got our booms. Okay, now we can go for top path boat. Now the two of them together shall clean up all the way to 63. Now we just have to kind of see what we need from there. Hopefully. Maybe I should put it on the track, but then I want to get snowstorm eventually and that'll be fine. And then, I don't know, I don't feel like I really need this. I feel like this is only for support right now. It's like, this is like getting a village, right? Is what I feel like. Yeah, no chance. Dang it, that sucks. There's absolutely no chance that we're going to get either of these 5th tiers by chimps or by 80. 80, I'm saying 63, what a dummy. Okay, no, that's not true. We can actually get this one for sure by 63. So, but the whole point was to not use the top path boat. But this is making it way more consistent. I haven't even put my tree down because I don't have a tree yet, so it's just fine. I don't even think I'll need a tree. That's actually kind of cool. That's nice to not have. I'm confused here. Let's think on it. I mean, because I would just love to get boomerang right off the go. That would be it. You know, this is super consistent though, so that's something. But no, I don't want that. I just want Glaive Lord so I can go with the Harbinger of Light. And that's what I wanted. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get through 63 cheaper than buying a top path boat. And then you have that problem. So it's just, you can't win. Okay, so 57. Or let me think here. Okay, 60 will reset our tree. So we do have enough for the carrier flagship, but I don't want it. That's the whole point, is to not have to use that, because that just spends so much money that we could use for other things. So I need to see how to get through 63 on the cheap and see if we can anyway. All right, so we lost our stuff before 63. That's not good. And it immediately gets just shredded. All right, so let's try this one. We had this idea a little earlier anyway. Absolutely not. Absolutely not happening. Okay. Okay. So, how about one of these? I've always heard these are super good and I just avoid them. Absolutely not. What is with this? Okay. So that sucked. We need 8,000 for that, so that's never going to happen. I know this is a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, not enough. That's fine. That's fine. We're just testing things out here. Absolutely not. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So what am I doing differently than just causing myself more money? So like, wow, we got that through with 2 recursives, but now, like I said, is more money. Ugh, okay. Maybe not though, because that would be very consistent. Yeah, look how consistent this will be. Oh my god, consistently crappy. All right, so that's not gonna fly either. I just wish we could avoid the boat completely, because it's just costing me money that I don't want to spend. What if we go sniper? I can figure this out. I know that the ice is going to be like awesome for this. We just have to figure out the best way to do it. Because the boat is cool, but then as soon as I put that ice down, we're spending 430, 6 something, 9 something. So 1,000 plus 3, so $4,000 plus top path. So $4,000 and $4,500 just support. That's as much as a village with some camo. So it's just kind of a bad idea. What if we had a different hero though? We can go Sai, we can go Obyn, we can go Etienne. Etienne would be cool because that instant camo. But I mean, we don't really need camo. It's not like it's our main goal there. But his level 10 could be useful. How about... We just need to take down the MOABs pretty early on. All right, I have a new plan. New plan. Okay, so you're going here. Maybe Etienne would be better. Because then I'd at least have camo and I wouldn't have to buy the bottom path, this one. If I can skip on that, that'll save us a lot more money. Trying to see, like, if I put this on the track, would it matter? Probably not, though, huh? See, now 25. You ever lost on 25 before? Because I haven't. So random, dude. That drives me nuts. Okay, now we'll have 2 brambles on 25 for no random reason. See, that's already bad. I'm not doing that. That's the whole point of this, is that I want to make this easier, and then you get that kind of junk where it's just like, nah, not today, guys. We're gonna change it for you. So I think a solid one would be Etienne, for sure. Bookworm Etienne, solid tower, great stuff. I love it. We'll go expert, flooded valley, chimps. We'll get out of that junk. It's so ugly to me. All right, so here again. What? Why was that any different than it was before? That's so aggravating. And I know it's because like it was a little bit of a different pixel, but that shouldn't be like that. Like I think he was here instead of here, but that really makes you lose on a round that you haven't lost 1 out of what, 15 times we've done this. That's crazy to me. All right, so luckily Etienne's the same exact price, because didn't Etienne just get dropped recently? He was like 900, right? Now we're 850. Now he's 7. That's really good for this. Now I think a boat is still solid, but would a submarine be better? I don't know. But now we don't naturally pop leads either. That changes a lot too. Shoot. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this then. I know what to do. It's no big deal. And then on top of that, that means on 33, we can't pop all the camos. It's always something, huh? It always goes back and forth, give and take. Because we relied on Obyn's bramble as like the main cleanup, and now we won't have that. All right, Etienne should be able to handle this on his. Are you kidding me? Okay, so just like the other instance, we're gonna have to do that. Okay, let's just try this one instead then. All right, so now what do? We gotta take out the MOAB. So I'm thinking I should just go for Pirate Lord. Monkey Pirates. But I still think the top path boat is better than even the 4th tier. It's like a 3rd tier is better than the 4th tier, right? He's almost there though, which is awesome. Can he do it on his own though? That's the question. Yeah, he can, baby. There we go. Not even a threat. Not even a problem. All right, let's do it. There we go. Now we can pull 40. We have no problem. So now we can start getting into everything. We're going to have our camo really soon here. So I don't think we need to stress anything. We should have it before 37. So then I can start buying what? What can I buy? Like a top path boomer? I need something that'll be good by the time we get there. Like, what if I went with the sniper and let him do most of the work? And then I went with the top path boomer as cleanup? Would that work? Let's try it. So now everybody sees camo. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Now what we're doing is we're going to go with a different way to get us to our top path boomer, because I feel like this guy can do most of the work on his own. And then if we need to pull like the BFB, we have it. We have 60 down already. We have 40 down already. It's easy. Pull. There we go. Done. There's our full auto rifle. Should I even go with the elite defender? I kind of want to get a 5th here, but we might be able to just stick with this and then get our boomer. But the elite defender like makes sure we're safe, you know, and it does clean up like those last little problems that we have. So if I went this one 5th tier, top path boomer 5th tier, that's a good cleanup. I even think for late game it's pretty decent. And then we go with like thunder lightning guy and a glue gunner. Would that be enough, or is that asking for trouble? I gotta see how good this is now. Like, what if I just start saving up for the big dog? I could make it. You know, even if I couldn't make it, we can still shoot for it. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. We're doing it. In range of Etienne, got that extra range. I love it. So I think this will work. Because what I'm saying though is like we can maybe get to 35,000 by that time. I doubt it. But if let's say we can't, we can still just buy this, and that'll be fine for 63. I'm wondering if I should have just not bought the sniper, just gone straight for the boomer. But I feel like the sniper has a lot to do with popping these things down pretty quickly. But I forgot about this. This lasts for 2 of the rushes on 63. So all I have to do is get past the first one. But what am I going to use? Why would that be any different? But if I can get past the first one, then I can use that for both the second and the third, and we'll be fine. That's crazy. This is actually working. This is actually working. So not exactly sure about the other one though. About 63, because we're not gonna have $8,000 by then. But we're cleaning up everything so smoothly. Like look at, there's no chance of anything even slightly getting through. But there's no chance either for 63. So what are we gonna do? Okay. I wonder if I could use like my first ability here. Isn't gonna work. And there's the problem. Okay. So we're right on the cusp of it. We still have to get Elite Defender. It's so ugly. There we go. It's a little ugly. I'm not the biggest fan of it. And it's just, Jesus. So it's a luck. It's a luck thing on 63, even with all of this love here. That is so sickening. Okay, so let's do this too, just to make sure that does not happen. Oh, that's so disgusting to me. That is so disgusting. Okay. So basically, we got through it, sure, but it was a maybe on that second rush. So what that means is that the first rush could have been a maybe. So if we put that there, I mean, that should be a guaranteed, and then we can use the ability if we need to. Now, I cannot buy anything else, or this strategy is bonky. So we have to make sure it works. What I'm nervous about though is that like by the time I actually get to getting the Glaive Lord, that it's going to be closer to around 80. And then I'm going to be trying to shoot for Desperado. And that's going to be like into the 90s that we finally can even get the $48,000 one. And then by that point, it's probably too late because none of these towers are going to be good for DDTs, like none of them. So that's kind of scary. We'll have to use our abilities, which isn't great either. So we'll have to, guess what? Grab a glue gunner. And now we're going to be at like $40,000 for the Harbinger of Light. And we'll have to not buy that either. So it's just kind of rough. But I am liking this better. Maybe I shouldn't have never bought the sniper. Because if I could just if I can just do a little bit of timing with this ability and the boat ability, I could have probably just got this straight there without the sniper and we would have been fine. He wasn't like completely taking out the MOABs. We would have been on 35 like relatively quickly. Maybe. We'll test it out after if this doesn't work, but I have a feeling we'll actually get there for once. Pull it, I don't care. Because this is crazy. This is where we were right before 63. So it took us 11 rounds to even get back to where we were. Because we bought this in the village. So 75, I know how this plays out. I'm just gonna use my plane thing. 75 could be rough. There we go. All right, there we go. So at least now we're safe for a while. So should I go for the Harbinger? I want to. I would really like to be honest. Why do I keep calling that? Isn't it like Sunblazer? Deadeye. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? I'm so nervous now. I'm so nervous now. That's a lot of time and money spent. We're an hour and 4 minutes into this, and this will work. I just have to make it better. So, but I'd also like to skip on the sniper completely and just go straight for him, because this guy will solo all of this all on his own. And then by that point, we'd already have this guy past bounty hunter. So then 80 would be no problem because we'd just take it out. So I would really like to skip the sniper if I could and save some money, because that's 20 something $1,000. That's more than that. That's like 30 grand for that sniper. That's crazy. But he has 162,000 damage, 93. He'll catch up real quick. 79,000. He's not too bad though. Wonder how much his range would be if I do this thing here. So 4. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, can he one-shot DDTs yet though? Like, could I just out-buff him maybe? Like, give him a little bit of love. No, I can't fit nobody else. I'd have to go with the... I probably should have hung the village a little bit farther out, but I'm gonna have to go with Snowstorm to get any more range on this guy. What happens if I mark it? Is it really fast? I mean, it wasn't that fast, really. Okay, we did it though. So 87 should be fine too. We need $20 more thousand to get there. Oof, 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 oof. And then 90 though. Ugh, I just thought about that. So 90, we should be able to at least... We have so many abilities here that we should be able to mark them, pull them down with the boat. Like, there's a lot of things we can do. So if we could take this down naturally, we're in a really good spot. Yeah, we can't. We're fine. Just kidding. Just kidding. We almost had it. Stupid. Okay. So we'll mark these because there's no reason not to. And we'll just give this one this because he's cool. Yeah, this should be fine now. Just marking it should have been fine all because we only need a little bit of love. Are you serious? Marking did absolutely... What does it do? It did nothing. So like, look, if I mark this, it should make it take more damage, right? I have to make it the priority or what? Because right here, this shouldn't be a problem. That's so weird. Okay. Sure thing there, boss. We'll just use this one then. But it doesn't even show that it was marked. I feel like that doesn't do anything. Yeah, isn't it? I swear the other times I've marked these things, it shows it, but it's not even doing that. All right, cool. We're level 20 with Etienne. That should be very helpful. Walk right through. Walk right through. Absolutely no resistance from me, guys. Don't worry about it, DDTs. I got you. Absolutely no resistance. Okay. So the marked worked perfectly on that one. Dude, this is what I was talking about. What did I tell you? $40,000 and it's going to be too rough. And we're going to be in the 90s. It's going to be a problem. We're going to have too much of these. Too much of the DDTs. Too much of the planes. Too much of this. Come on, dude. We got this. $1,000 short. And we're never going to get this with that. That is such absolute crap. Okay. Mark them, mark them, mark them, mark them. No, we don't. We're not marking those ones. Okay. So I'm going to give my boat a little bit more love here. We're going to mark. We're going to use my... We have to. Use this. Use that. Pull that one. There we go. I mean, that's not something you can recreate, though. That sucks. But now we got him. We got the Lightbringer. Golden Justice. Dude, my favorite part about it is that I almost just lost after buying it. Now, can he just, like, one-shot these things or no? Do I need to put him on strong? I just paid $45,000 for that. I just paid $45,000 for this thing to suck. That's absolutely crazy. There goes all my abilities. And I can't fit nothing else. So no glue gunners. Okay, that was luck. Pure luck. I love it. All right. So we got you now. We're going to go you. All right, so we got this. Like, we'll beat it. But it's just kind of like, yes, it was very rough, though. So it's not going to work as a strategy. And why is that? Is it the money? Because I was thinking, like, Golden Justice isn't really the best one for this one. That's for sure. I shouldn't have gone. Okay, good. I'm glad I lost, because if I would have used everything like that, we'd have been completely shot on the next one. For 99 BTs. Let's put you on first then, I guess. And put you on first too. Why are you on zone defense? Okay, there we go. Don't lose now. Okay, cool. Now for 99. Use my ability. Plan for it, I guess. Use the slowdown. You're absolutely kidding me. Okay, so let's try that again. We'll use the ability. Slow down. Pull a DDT down. Okay. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to slow this thing down with this one, I guess. So we're going to go like this. That's all we can do. Use every dime we have. My goodness. And then we just walk through. Like, no matter what I do, they just walk right through. Oh my absolute goodness. Alright, let's try that one more time. But this time we'll use every single ability at once because we have to. So apparently, DDTs are like ridiculous. Alright, there we go. There we go. I have nothing left of my whole life now. Okay, we'll open it up. Freeze it. Okay. Boat it. This one. Okay, so that's definitely not something you can recreate, but we did it, right? I mean, is that what matters? Is that what really matters in life? So we need to change that up. I'm going to do it again because that was ugly. So I do like having Etienne. That was nice. I think the only other option would be like Sai, right? Or maybe Pat. Or maybe this girl. Rosalia could be pretty sweet, you know, because we could use that thing that we always do where she just gives you up to the Spectre. Game over, right? Or Geraldo, maybe? No, let's just stick with Etienne. All right, we got this. One more time, team. Because this time we're not going to get a sniper. But was Golden Justice really it, though? Or, like, was it not good? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like we could have gone with, instead of Golden Justice, a few mermonkeys, right? And that would have been fine. Yeah, dude, the mermonkeys would have been fine. I'm just going to do that. I'm really just going to do that. All right, let's do this. And then if we did that, we don't even need all that range either. That'd be cool. So this is how we're going to do this. We're going to have 700. Boom. Etienne. Okay. We're going to have no problems. It's going to be gold, black border. Black border, not gold. Black, 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 black. All right. So put him here. We'll do 22 just to be safe because that one's always causing problems. 970. And now I think we're good. There we go. Perfect. I was thinking we could do it on 25. I don't think we need to now that we have the boat. Yeah, I think we're chilling. And then we'll have our camo in time. Let's leave it like this. I'm just worried about that. I'm worried about the MOABs on 50 though. It's such a bummer. Actually, this might not let me go all the way through. It won't let me, huh? Didn't we just have this problem? Maybe not. We're gonna go first on you. Divide and conquer. I don't even know what that does, but I don't like it. I don't need it. 4210. There we go. There we go. We're solid now. Oh my goodness. And now here. Right there-ish. Oh, what? What? Why? Why did that happen? And then that time was perfect. That's this game for you. I swear to God. All right. Put you right here. In range of you, can I or no? Oh, man. I really wanted to range it there. Why is it different than last time? Whatever. So now I just need to see how we take down MOABs, because if we can, which I don't think the cannon ship can't. Well, maybe he can. I'm not sure exactly how strong he is, but if he can take down MOABs, we might be able just to do this. Might as well do it just as is, get all the way to this one, and then he can just carry until we have a better tower, and then let's go mermonkeys and just destroy the game that way. Literally like one bottom path fifth tier with 2 extra little ones should be able to handle everything, and we can get a glue for cleanup if we want to. Game over, done. And so far this isn't bad. We just had that one rough spot, so depending on how much money we have, how much we have to save up, where we're at, I think we might be able to come up with some solutions here as into that beginning to not have problems, like just make sure we use our ability on this round or that round kind of thing. Because we 1000% have enough money to get to Glaive Void before 63. I just don't know if we can physically get there before 63. Here it is. Absolutely not. Okay. So I could use my abilities every time. Still can't work. Okay. So I'll pull the first one. This game is so stressful. All right. This should be fine though, because they'll be able to clean up that way. By fine, I mean it probably won't work still. All right, so we're just gonna buy you up. Use our first pull. And then use our ability. Oh, jeez. This is wild, dude. All right, so glue then. Glue, that's fine. 1, 2, 3 glue. It's still cheaper than a full-on sniper tower, right? Yes, that works. Okay, cool. This is working perfectly, actually. I love it. Until it. Okay, whatever. Well, let's use this ability here. 55 should be fine. Not working there either. Okay, 57, we know that sucks though, so we might as well do that. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. I'm trying so hard to make this good and to use it, but I think we're going to end up resorting to the same thing, just easier. Now by that, let me show you what I mean. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to do what we normally do. Now I think this is the best way. So what I was saying is the inconsistency. It's always inconsistent. So I believe this is, based on what we've been doing here, this is a guaranteed consistency. But the problem is that I didn't like that. I didn't want to do it that way. I want it to be different. I wanted to completely skip the 5th tier boat, but it just seems that the 5th tier boat is definitely the best path to go. So we'll make it work. Now I'm going to go Etienne instead of Obyn. And I'm wondering, did we have enough money? We did, right? To get all the way to the 5th tier boat? We do, I think. So basically what we're doing is we're doing the steps before we would normally do them to make sure that we can get them there. And by that, I mean, we would normally get the 5th tier boat and then start placing the ice down, stuff like that. But if we do it this way, we might be able to place the boat and then the ice and then upgrade, and then we're fine. So that's what we're going for. And I'm going to also not get the bottom path. I know it's a great cleanup, but I just don't think it's necessary since we already have camo from Etienne. Went the wrong one. I'm going to lose now, aren't I? Ah, I shouldn't have done that. I'm just like hesitant and I'm like, what's the word? Nervous because I want to make this work. Okay, there we go. We're clean. No problems. Etienne's there to help out. This is great. Now, if we can just get through to the end without any inconsistencies, that's where this is beautiful and I love it. So I think we were fine on 19, right? It was 22 that I had a problem with. So we're gonna ability on 22 because that's our inconsistency. Okay. I forgot to do it. So now I'm not going to have it on 24. Whoops. Or 25, I mean. And I'm going to lose. Oh, man. Wasn't thinking. Okay. I just have to get through this round. So whatever I have to do, if I have to last it or first it, all because I screwed up and used the ability a little too late. Oh, this is so inconsistent, and I hate this. I hate this map. I really was hoping that the glue was gonna make such a difference, and I'm like, wow, Flooded Valley doesn't suck, but Flooded Valley still sucks. So yes, it's possible, and yes, if you watch YouTube videos on Flooded Valley, yes, you can get clean runs, but I'm telling you, this map is the #1 inconsistent map in the game, at least for the experts that I've played. It is different every time. Now, that was totally just me being a user error, but you've already seen it happen. We lost on 19, we lost on 25, we lost on 22, we lost on 23, was it? It's just different every single time. That's just how this map rolls. Because I accidentally went with the flame instead of the top path. I think that's what just happened there. What do I, oh man, okay, how do I do this then? I'm wondering. So this is the bare minimum. This is what you have to do every time, is those two to a hero. Now, what if we don't go boat? But then we're just gonna sit here and try like another 4,000 strategies just to see Airburst starts lose a few dozen times. So I don't think that's the proper plan either. Obyn was better for this. It just, his trees were random, but he was cleaner. He was a lot cleaner and more consistent. So we might have to go back to him, but then I have to go with bottom path here. And then we didn't even have enough for the boat after we got the $5,000 ice and then the boomer. That was the problem. I actually think we can get through 22 because this Obyn's not as good as this guy, I guess, right? Sure. So we're going to go through it naturally. And we got it. Yeah, it was actually not that bad at all. And then 23 we can't do, or 23 we can do? We can do 23 too. We can do all of them except for 25. That little last bit rush is awful, right? We pause, then we go for it. Okay, so boom. That's how we get that. Now, I was hoping to get Destroyer, but we can't because we just can't beat the leads on 28. Yeah, see, this sucks. This really sucks. This is not working. So even if I use my ability, I guess we just have to use it to be safe. That works, I guess. That does work. So we use our ability and then we use it again. And now these are fine together. He's completely fine on his own. We'll go to first. Honestly, we came here for the ice, but I think cheaper Etienne is probably like the key right now. Because if I can get to the top path boat, which I can before 40, I'm pretty sure. I think they changed that, right? To where I can. All right, and if I can, which I will, which I hope, even if I don't, we can use Etienne's drones, and I think that's still better. Oh, the cleanup, huh? And then we might just be able to go straight for the top path boat and not put down the ice. That could be pretty wild, to be completely honest. So my point being was like Etienne's little tiny price drop is actually better than placing ice in the water for this map. That's which is funny. All right, let's go here. I'm pretty sure I can. If not, it's gonna be like a $100 short, I swear. And Etienne giving everybody that range boost is pretty massive too. It's like, look at this boat versus that boat. Like it is different. Boom. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Okay. We're going to get it. Yeah, baby. There we go. Look at that. That's insane. That is insane. Oh my gosh. Can we actually make it to carrier flagship? Okay. Now here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying right now. What if that's the plan? If we can't get through it, I think just an ice with a bottom path glue. I mean, I say just, but that's like $10,000, but that's solid. And that'll get us through all of our problems. But I think that these two can get there because we'll have it by like 52. And then Etienne's going to be level 10 here soon. And we can use that for whatever round's sketchy. And literally cheap Etienne is better than like ice on water. I'm just telling you. Because this is way easier so far. Just got to work out a few kinks in the beginning with when you use those abilities. And this is easy. But that's no guarantee that we can beat 20 or 63 with this, though. We still need something else. And then we still need to decide what we're going to use for our final towers. Because in the past, I just normally go with the ice, obviously, and put the village. And then I go with attack shooter on the boat here. And then, like, Spirit of the Forest is always a solid option. I always like going with that one. Or another one I like to go with is just, like, top path glue gunner. Or another one I like to go with is, what else? Honestly, though, if I can get there, I'm going Boomer. I'm going to go Boomer and then into Mermonkey, and I think that's game. That's super game because then we don't have to worry about DDTs or nothing. Or anything because it'll just clean it up on its own. It'll be sick. But see, now these are random. Sometimes they end up right in the spot like that and they're perfect. Other times, like, the MOAB's over here and we're up there and it's just awful. Like right now it looks a little scary because they're just flying around the map all stupid like. Before 55, I like that a lot. There we go. Okay. So now I can just go straight to Boomer like right here. And he's still in range of that guy, so that's even better. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Now there's no shot that we're going to lose on 63. Dude, Etienne for the win. Forget you, stupid ice monkey that goes on water. Who cares about that? That's stupid. That's awesome though. I love this. Can you believe that? Look at the kangaroos in my eyes. You can like see it there and it's, well, I can't do anything about it. That's crazy. How much was Etienne before? He was like, I don't know, 850, 900. It was like 950, right? I'm gonna Google that because I think that has a lot to do with this. How much is Etienne BTD6? I think it does like the whole trivia thing at the bottom of it. It tells you exactly about everything. Like pre this ability. Balance changes. 43. Let me see. I don't see it. I don't see it. All right, next time, guys. I don't know. You guys have to tell me in both comments below. On hard or chimps, it's 920. Oh, they haven't fixed it on the wiki yet. So that's cool. So yeah, but it was really high. That's awesome. Let's do it, right? Oh, I think we beat 63. I wasn't even looking. Did it go well? Dude, Etienne for the win. Because I don't know if we could have gone because that would have wasted like 2 or 3 rounds, which that experience gets us that ability faster, the camo faster. Like literally that small of an adjustment could have made it to where the camo pops up 2 rounds later, and which we couldn't do it. So this is pretty sick. Now if I could do this and a few merms, like just right there in Etienne's range, this could be sickening, like just done. Problem with the Mermonkey though is that if you don't have 3, so you need 2 4th tiers and then 1 5th tier. If you don't have 3, it's not a guarantee. If you have 3, it's a guarantee. See? So, but we'll have enough money for it, I believe, because this is only 50,000 together. That gives us a lot to work with. And this boat and this guy to a glaive lord can take down all of the 80s. Absolutely no problem. I guarantee it. You know, Scout's honor type thing, because that's just wicked. He's gonna shred everything that's left, and he's gonna tear up everything before it even gets there. But this one was raised, right? Wasn't this one for a while like 27? It was like super cheap, and it was left there for a while, and then it was like realized that it was too strong, so everyone like was bad about it, and they raised it up. Or was it a lot higher originally, and this is the price it ended up at? Because I remember for a while it was like cheap, and it was like, oh, that's so cool, like maybe 31,000 or something. But I do hate this map still. No matter what happens here, how easy this is, I hate this map. Like I hate this map. Like why did that happen? I mean, it's easily correctable, but like that was not necessary. I think it knew. Like, is that weird? I know it is 75 and this one could be tough, but isn't that a little weird that as I'm happy, right? I'm all excited. And then I say that I hate this map, and then all of a sudden I lose to like something stupid. That's not a coincidence. This map sucks. I'm just going to say this map's awful. All right, so we're going to put you here in range of Etz. His name is Etz. All right, right there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that extra range is killer, I feel like. Like, look at that, and look at this. That one doesn't need it, but look at that range. It's just so cool. And I really like this strategy because I didn't have to upgrade these subs. I really don't like getting the top path conductor thing. What do you call it? I can't think of any names today, guys. I'm lost. Plutonium reactor. But I don't like getting it because this is not necessary for this map, but it's just helpful. But especially like with Etienne, he already has camo, so it would have sucked to have to get that. So this is where I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know half the time, but watch this. Okay, so we're gonna take this out before it gets to us, and then he can shred anything BFB and below. So all we have to do is do that. Even on like 87, it should be fine. But I never know if I should go for the final harmonic or just get 2 of these first and then final harmonic, just because I don't need to spin ZOMGs as long as I have the plane boat. So I'm kind of like, what's the best option here? Because I know when I buy final harmonic, I lose on 90 because he's not regenerated or whatever stupid thing happens. So I feel like having 2 of the symphonic resonance is actually safer. But at the same time, if I can get this by like 87, then by like 92, I should be fine, right? That's if I can take down the 90s with this junk, so. But basically, this one has the same like properties where it does that super death thing as the top path. I think the top path glue is like way better, but this one does it too because anything with damage over time, it's just redonkulous with this guy. There we go, perfect, by 85 even. That's not bad. Just open it up, we'll clean it up, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now you spin it around and we don't have to do anything. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness, yes, please, thank you. All right, so we'll do this again. In range of Etienne, please, right there. Right there, there we go. Because the other thing too is like this map gets really chaotic, and then the symphonic residence gets really chaotic to where you don't even know what's going on. So you need to have several of them just so you don't even have to work. So it's an afterthought of this kind of junk. But look at this thing go. We're taking those cowboy hats down, you know? So 8210. And then I think even having 3 is overkill, but I just love it. It's like a guarantee that nothing bad will happen to you. Okay, this could be bad though. If he's not regenerated in time, he won't suck him up. Okay, he did. Easy. All right. And just look at his pops going up. That is just, that is broken. Eteen's still getting more range too. That's absolutely wild. Okay, so let's do it then. See, like what just happened? I have 2 of these things. Like that should not have happened. What did I miss? It'll work. And I can't go back. Okay, let's use my ability now. Make sure I'm ready for it. I have no idea why that happened. And now I can't do anything about it. Okay, can we go on strong? Nope, no strong. And you can't, can you go on strong? Can you go on strong? And can you go on strong? Like, can everybody go on strong? Because this is absolutely atrocious. Okay, we got that one. So they have to be on strong then. Okay, but I'm not doing that again because 95 is going to come up and all of a sudden we can't win. See, what just happened? What am I missing? Did they get like DDT power taken away or something in the last few updates? Okay, now this should be natural. Like these guys should just take them all down with absolutely no problems. Yes, just like that. That's exactly what we're going for. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh my goodness. That's so crazy to me. Try stupid zone defense or whatever it's called. Divide and conquer. Like this guy should be shredding right now. I'm just so confused at what happened. So I think what I would do differently, and I should have done this first and then would have made this like really easy, is like this. Like as far as balloons go, like 98 is going to be easy. I promise you. Watch this. So we should have gone like this first. Yeah. Made everybody faster and stuff. Yeah, that would have been way cleaner. And now these shouldn't be on strong, right? Like that doesn't need to be happening. Because then we'd just be unlocking this one and would be perfect in time for 98. So yes, just reverse that. So don't buy this third guy. Buy the glue and then a village. And that should have been fine. Like no problems. Yeah, look at this go. Look at 98. That's beautiful. Absolutely no threat at all. That is so cool. Oh my god. Oh my absolute goodness. What am I missing? Did it get nerfed? Did my whole plan get nerfed, team? I think my whole plan got nerfed. Oh, wow. Okay. That was unexpected. I like it, though. That's what I live for. Unexpected. Like, we'll beat it. I think. Yeah, we'll beat it. Oh, no, no, no. We got the DDTs. They're impossible. Just watch how fast it beats this, though. Like, that's so silly to me. Instant. It's so crazy, though. All right, one last try. We're gonna make this win. Like, there's no reason for that. So we're gonna change up a couple things here. All right, last try. So it's a few hours later, but I think I have a better plan this time. I totally forgot about the bottom path and how much I was in love with this thing when it first started using it. I don't remember what the best path was for it though. It was definitely, was it criticals or quick draw? I think this one, sure. So we're gonna lose a lot of our little buffs here, but I think eventually if we can get it up to its 5th tier, we can just buy like a village and stuff, and then it shouldn't be too much of a downgrade on it. But I remember this thing being a shredder, so if we can use this, and that'll blow everything back, then it might be okay. Now, same thing happened, oh, of course, 63. Why all of a sudden 63? This guy can normally solo 63, and now this one with the extra help can't take 63? Oh, you gotta be kidding me on this stuff, dude. I've been struggling all day with this. I've been trying off camera a few times. I know I usually just let like the videos run and then I leave them unedited, but this will be like 6 hours because I've just been after this because I've been probably like upset about it, and I just can't figure out what's happening. It's like this time, you know how 25's been our problem? It was 23. So I lost on 23, so I had to use my ability there, and then 25 was fine. So of course, right? And so now this guy does really well normally, but now he's not doing normally. Goes really well, so and now I have to save up 33,000 and I couldn't be even 63. This is gonna be tough, but if we can do this, what I'm thinking is he'll knock everything back and destroy it, and then what we can do is maybe just throw like an ice monkey down bottom path, because so I tried another way too. I was like, you know what, forget it, we're just gonna use Brickle and 5 or 6 bottom path subs with the sub commander, and we'll have an MIB. And it was cool because I didn't have to have the boat there to get the MIB like I normally would if I was trying to go with that strat, right? So I just got the ice tower down, put a bunch of subs, and it sucked. Like 95 was getting demolished. I even tried it with 7 buddies and a sub commander. Wasn't good enough. And that was with, get this, that was with super glue. Super glue was not enough to hold down the DTs on 95. So I hate this map, guys. I'm trying to be as positive as possible, but I hate this map. Let me know below if you hate it just as much as I do. But this is what happens every time I try to play Flooded Valley. I like sit there and I'm like, okay, today's the day. I have like a new strategy in my mind. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful. And then boom, I get just dunked on. So very upsetting, very annoying. Oh, and this guy can't even pop lead. So even if we get it to 33,000, we can't even pop DDTs, huh? Beautiful. So we're gonna have to get an MIB regardless. I mean, maybe an Alk, but like, let's say 95, you know? So I'm thinking Ice Tower for sure. Dang it, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, I think we have to. Well, I mean, this is a really good team, and they're doing so well. So it's odd to me though I lost so early on the other ones. But yes, so pretty much everything that could go wrong has gone wrong with this. So I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous, but I think we can do it. Oh my goodness. So eventually, you know, this video is supposed to be called use this while you can, because I thought the ice was going to be like game breaking, and it probably will be for a lot of you, but I'm assuming most of you are like me, right? Like you're just average players trying to have a good time, and so you don't watch me for the expert tips, right? So I thought I was going to jump on here and be like, hey guys, if you suck like me, use the, come on man, what's 75? I was like, if you suck like me, just come on and we'll just we'll beat this, you know, with the cool ice tower thing. It'll be real easy. We'll throw some stuff down and win. And that didn't work. So then I was like, okay, well, let's call it like, you know, 2 hours of the middle path sun justice or golden justice. I was like, we'll use golden justice. Will be great. It'll be fun. And that didn't work. So then it was like 2 hours of Flooded Valley. And I'm like, you know what? No, 2 hours of, it's not Flooded Valley. It's me yelling at Flooded Valley. So I think what I'm going to literally title this video is 2 hours of getting mad at Flooded Valley. And you know what? That's a floppy video title, but it's the truth. I'm mad, and I'm trying to be like, so you guys can sleep, but this keeps happening. But this keeps happening. What are you even thinking about doing? Why? I get it. I get it. Like, I get that I suck and I'm being like sucky about it, but like, just do better, you know? I should have gone with my original strategy, but like, all of a sudden, like 23 isn't working, and then 25, and then it was 42, and it's like, come on, man. And now I'm tired. It's 9:42 p.m. I need to go to bed, but I'm like diehard. I'm diehard here, and I gotta win. But why did this go to ×2 when it was ×3? I haven't added anything. That's really weird. Okay, I just got a 5th tier for like $33,000. So do some work here, bud. So what I was doing was trying to replace this over the boomerang. I think it might be a better choice, right? Now ice if I can. I don't know. I'm just going to let this go to see how far we'll go with it, because I want ice. Cool. But the problem is if I start saving up for ice, then I can't get it. It's going to be very upsetting to me. So let's see how this works. Dude, he does do really well. Like, look at him just shoot these things back. That's pretty sick. Like this one, I think this one is the best for sure. Like everyone's going on about Golden Justice, but I just can't figure it out. Every time I keep calling it Justice, I think of that TV show when I was a kid. Victoria's Justice. Justice Victoria. The show about, it was like the Disney knockoff one of, you know what I'm talking about. Victorious, that's what it's called. I think her last name was Justice. That's what I keep thinking of. That's the only time I hear the word justice, besides like, that person should give justice, but then like they don't, so I don't know. Like I said, it's late, guys. Give me a minute here. All right, so we have 22,000. I think we need about 35,000 for bottom path. We can jump right into it. But again, I also want to get like the middle path, and then I want to get an alchemist, and then I want to get an MOAB so we can pop the DDTs and then go up from there. Because again, we don't really have anything for the big bad. That's the problem I keep coming into too. I get to around 100, like I fight to get to 100, and then I can't take on 100 because I was like fighting off the balloon, so it's kind of ugly. But look at this guy go. Like he's holding off. So 97 should be easy, right? That should be an easy one. Should I freeze too like that? I think that'll just be broken. Yeah, let's just freeze too. I think that'll literally break the game. 30,000. Oh my god, it's actually a lot more than I thought it was. This is exactly what I was talking about though. Watch this be overwhelming and then I lose. Yeah, it was. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm a fortune teller. I didn't buy the ice for a reason. As soon as I buy it, it's too much and I would have lost the next round. Oh my goodness. I hate Flooded Valley so much. Like I hate this map. This map sucks. This map sucks so bad. It's so awful. Alright, now do your thing, Candyman. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Are we good now? Nope, still not good. There we go, boss man. Let's go. Now between the two of you, we should be able to take on a few balloons. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, I probably shouldn't have bought this guy because he probably can't hit. He probably can't hit ice. He probably can't hit ice because it's, oh my god, because he can't pop lead. I just nerfed the tower. Oh my god, I hate myself. Okay. I think as soon as he hits it, we're just dead in the water, right? Not dead in the water, but it's like not doing what it's supposed to do because he was doing a lot better. And then as soon as I get ice, we miraculously start sucking like really bad. Isn't that weird? So I think what we'll have to do here is like get this quick and then grab an MIB. Like, that's not going to happen. Yeah, it's just done. I just wasted all that time. God, I hate this. I think I'm done again. I'm gonna have to call it quits. I can't keep doing this. I keep making mistakes. I'm terrible at this game, and this is driving me wild. Okay, so we have the village. Here we go. Like, I need a lot of money before 95, and that's just not gonna happen. I screwed up, guys. I screwed up big time. Yeah, dude, we're so screwed. We're so cooked, as the kids say. This sucks. How about I put you on first and keep you on? Well, no, I guess that really doesn't matter, huh? Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed, guys. This is so embarrassing. Okay. Let's see if this will help. Nope, we're done. Oh my god. So this was my last 2 raw, and Sai's been actually doing really well, but not strong enough yet for DDTs, and 95's trashing me. I don't know why I went with this sniper. It was doing really well in the beginning, but now it's just, it sucks. It's a sucky sniper. And then really we're just hoping that this works, and it's not, because he just doesn't have enough power. I use Sai's ability and that doesn't work. It just helps for the first little bit. We're like, okay, maybe we can like slow everything down, but then that's not really that good. And then what's that going to do later? My whole goal was to get this guy to 33,000 again, but then that didn't work. So I had to buy a sniper, then I had to buy a Relentless Glue, then I had to buy primary training, then I had to buy all these snipers or these alchemists. The next thing you know, you have all this junk that you don't need. And it was supposed to just be like a simple strategy. But at first it was killing it because Sai is destroy. Look at this stuff. Sai's attacks affect Bloons within a larger radius of the target bloom, which that's cool, but is there one that's like specifically for DDTs? Yeah, 20. Oh my goodness, he's not gonna get 20 by the end of this. I'm gonna lose before that, but look how many are just being zapped away into nowhere's land. I love it. Now, can I get 33 grand in like 2 minutes? Maybe, we'll see, right? Kind of liking it. I was thinking like Sai's name, right? Like Psionic and like Psionic Scream. We should do like Bionic, Psionic, so he's like a robot, right? Because right now we got like Avatar Aang and we got the Symbols one, but we don't have like a robot. That would be cool. We'll do that next, I guess. All right, can you just zap this thing? Just get rid of it. Boom, zap it. All right, we're not gonna be able to do 98. It's gonna be murder, maybe. I'm thinking Sai can just literally yeet all the BFBs gone. Yeah, like look at that. That's pretty cool. Oh, except for that wasn't cool. That sucked. All right, so how about we just lose some more? We're doing pretty good at that, actually. I'm being pretty good at losing. I'm not really using the psionic screams or anything like that. I went with Spirit because Spirit and this guy like always help me out. They always make this game like pretty easy, so I figured it would, and it did. It really did until the end, and then it's just like there's too much going on. Maybe I put Scion first. No, it's just stupid. Okay, how about I want to slow it down, but I just don't really think that's the play right now. So, okay, we'll use Psionic Scream thingy, and then we won't have it for 98. We're going to get yeeted there anyway. So we'll open this up. When that one opens up here, because that's where the problem is. Now we'll do this thing. Hopefully it helps. Maybe. Oh, cool. Okay, just that one. Because I wanted to keep the second ability. Alright, so we're going to get overwhelmed really quickly here. So I'm going to do my Scream. Do my second or my first ability here. Is that going to matter? But then what are we going to do about DDT? Just die? Should I have him on first? I don't know. First. Okay, next time. So here, Psionic Scream, ability. I need to think of something else here. Like we have $20,000, so like I would, I want to say like not recursive. This one, the bottom path one, but I don't think that matters because we have like just disappearing. They're disappearing. So how about what's cheap? Like the top path's cheap, but it's not good. So that's not going to help out. I mean, we could try to like slow one down. Like, how about let's just slow it down twice? Slow it down twice. Let's try that out. So we'll slow. Everything looks like it's going pretty well. If it gets too crazy, we'll use our first ability here. Everything's still slow. Use our Scream. Eat the BFBs. Slow. We have to slow because this thing's gone through. It's not going anywhere. So we'll have to go back to like first. No way. Dude, Sai, you're overpowered. That's crazy. Okay, now get rid of these DDTs then. Can you do that or no? No, dude, there's no chance. And we have no abilities. No way. No way. No way. Now we have literally nothing to attack the big dog. So how about like one of these, like in range or something? Right here. That worked. That worked. But like faster, you know? Maybe if I did that quicker, right? Yeah, if I did that quicker, then we can like psionic scream it. All right, so can I fit you here? Yeah, here. So there's no way it's gonna open up, so I might as well like do this, you know? Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like there's no way I'm gonna break it open, so it'll be cooler to like do more damage to it. So we'll go right next to it. Blah, 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 blah. Look at that. Look at that damage. That's cool. Oh, that sucks though. I can slow it down, you know, because I'm so cool like that. Psionic Scream. Psionic Scream. No, dude, no. Can we get this one then? No, dude, no. That's game. That sucks, dude. That's again that happened. It's always this round because I have to fight so hard for the others. I just don't like it. All right, we tried, guys. We tried. There's nothing I can do at this point. I'd have to. I wish I didn't buy both of those. That sucks. How about? Like, there's no way. Like, this is the better one. Like, this is the better choice. Unless I can get like right there on it. Like at the very end. So right on it, and boom. But how long do those stay? Should I like keep them there? We broke it open that time, which is nice. What I'm saying is, like, what if we do this like as early as possible? So now. Because it goes up to like 10,000. Yeah, but then they go away. So it's just better just to hit it right on it. So we need to go like 4, all the abilities at once. All the abilities at once. Yeah, they didn't do anything. That's it, guys. We tried. That's 2 hours of me getting mad at Flooded Valley. And if you haven't yet, check out this video where we do 2 hours of Sunset Gulch to fall asleep. That's the brand new advanced map that features the Desperado. Can we beat it on chimps? Is it easy? Is it difficult? Do we have a good strategy? Find out here.